Hi, I'm Jim Henry. It's good to be with you. I've spent my whole life as an economist and an investigative journalist studying tax havens, financial secrecy jurisdiction. When I started out, there were about 10 to 15 back in the 1980s. By now, there's more than 133 financial secrecy jurisdictions. And these havens are basically helping not only to facilitate organized crime and kleptocracy, but also a great deal of tax dodging. But we've wondered whether we could quantify how important this is to the world economy. Back in 2012, for the Tax Justice Network, we produced an estimate that it was at least $30 trillion offshore. And that was quite controversial. The good news now is that last month, the OECD, basically an organization of 34 rich countries, which does a lot of work on international taxation, validated our estimates by disclosing that there was at least 10 trillion euros of offshore bank deposits, private wealth, all of it managed through havens. And this kind of wealth is consistent with the notion that there's now at least $50 trillion in total offshore, including stocks and bonds and other kinds of investments beside beside bank deposits. So this means that what we have is a whole new continent of wealth that we've discovered, none of which is paying any taxes. Ordinary Americans, for example, they may average $1,000 or less per household of net savings. The people in the top 200,000 folks that are owners of this offshore wealth, none of which is included in our official wealth statistics, those folks own more than $30 million net worth each, and much higher. And so it's fundamentally unfair here. It adds to inequality. It means that the tax burden is shifted to the middle class and the poor, many countries around the world, and that kleptocrats are able to get away with laundering billions and billions of dollars that they move offshore to this global haven industry. This isn't done, by the people themselves on their own. They have a sophisticated international network of enablers who are also working hard. Banks, law firms, accounting firms that are also facilitating this traffic. This means that we have our work cut out for us to tackle this influential industry. But until we do, it means that there'll be fundamental inequality, injustice, and the shifting of vital tax burdens to poor people all over the planet. So that's why we think it's time to end this unacceptable global haven industry once and for all.